In this lecture video, we are going to learn about quadrature phase shift keying. So, in short, we can call by the name QPSK. So, it is one variant of phase shift keying we use in our communication systems. So, QPSK is supporting digital transmission of the data. So, we will be using this. So, now we are going to see about this in detail. So, QPSK, quadrature phase shift keying. This is one method of digital modulation scheme where we can say that here two bits are actually modulated at one time. So, at one time we can able to, so in one simple duration we can able to do the modulation for 2 bits. So, that is why this modulation scheme QPSK has twice as bandwidth when compared to the BPSK. And here the phase of the carrier takes on one of 4 equally spaced values such as 0, pi by 2, pi, 3 pi by 2. So, if it is considered for this phase shift version, and otherwise it will be taking value for another type of the version. Okay, so that is all. This will be based on the 4 phases we include here. And now the QPSK signal can be written mathematically in the form S of t. So, S suffix of QPSK is equal to root of 2es by ts into cos of 2 pi fct plus I minus 1 into pi by 2 in the interval of 0 to ts, where I takes the value from 1, 2, 3 and 4. So, in this expression we can able to see that this E term 2 into Es, so that Es is actually the energy per symbol, and this Ts is actually the symbol duration. So, Ts denotes the symbol duration. So, here in this QPSK we can able to utilize today nowadays this technology in more practical areas, in mbug systems, then cellular phone system, then also we can able to use in 4G, then also even we can able to make out the process of the modulation to make it much simpler and more effective. And the same thing when we represent in the trigonometric form, we can able to write the expression in the form as S suffix QPSK of t equal to root of 2 Es by ts cos of I minus 1 pi by 2 into cos of 2 pi fct and minus root of 2 Es by ts into sin of I minus 1 pi by 2 into sin of 2 pi fct. So, on 2 phase values, 2 phase ranges, we are representing the signal, one with positive for and one with negative. And we know that the basis functions, or we can say orthonormal basis function, plays a main role in assigning or in plotting the constellation diagram. So, here we can say that is pi 1 of t equal to root of 2 by ts cos of 2 pi fct and phi 2 of t. So, 2 basis functions will be there. So, one for example, if you are denoting a data with 0 0, one 0 will go for phi 1 of t and another 0 will go for phi 2 of t. As like when you are representing a data with 0 1, then 0 will go for phi 1 and 1 will go for phi 2. So, here the 2 basis functions play a main role, and they are called as orthonormal basis function defined in the particular interval, that is 0 to ts. Then for the 4 signals we represent here, we can able to write the expression, or we can able to express this in the form, that is SQPSK is equal to root of Es cos of I minus 1 into pi by 2 phi 1 of t minus root of Es sin of I minus 1 pi by 2 into phi 2 of t. So here in this expression, this I minus 1 into pi by 2, that is makes the value for your phases. So when you put here I equal to, because we know I takes the value for 1, 2, 3 and 4. So when using here, when I equal to 1, if you say, so 1 minus 1 0 into pi by 2, so the value for first one will be 0. Next phase, when I equal to value 2, so 2 minus 1 into pi by 2, so next phase is pi by 2. Then for I equal to 3, we can say that is 3 minus 1, and that will be 2 into pi by 2, so the value will be pi. And when I takes the value for 4, we get 3 pi by 2. So that from this we can able to depict the two-dimensional constellation diagram for this QPSK signal as mentioned. And so that here you can find this constellation diagram is represented for the phases 0, pi by 2, pi and 3 pi by 2, and this constellation diagram is designed for pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4 and 7 pi by 4. So on this way we can able to denote this constellation phases. So when you want to much more understand the constellation, here you can see, if you say that this is the constellation for this pi by 4, 3 pi by 4, 5 pi by 4 here. So here the message points will be plus root e pi by 2 and minus root of e by 2, plus root e by 2 and minus of root e by 2, that is for pi by 4. So pi by 4 means it takes the value for 1 and 0. So pi by 4 takes the value for 1 and 0. So 1 and 0 means the value normally in decimal form, that will be 2. The value will be 2. So from the message points we can able to calculate. So how these values we are getting. So here in this sense, the value will be SI of t is equal to root of e into cos 2i minus 1 pi by 4, then minus root e into sin 2i minus 1 into pi by 4. So when applied this value for I there, then we will be able to get the 4 phase points here. So when drawing this, here this vertical axis, here we will say the x-axis I can make here pi 1 of t, here I will make as pi 2 of t, and we will make these quadrants location, first quadrant, second quadrant, then third quadrant and fourth quadrant. So the message values will take on here as, after plotting, here 1 1, here opposite become 0 0, here 0 1 and here 1 0. Then from the performance of the QPSK we came to know that there is the distance between the adjacent points will be root of 2 into ES, and we know that here 2 bits are actually modulated in one symbol, so we can say ES equal to 2 into EB. Then whereas here the average probability of the bit error, if you want to calculate in QPSK, then it can be denoted as Q into root of 2 EB by N naught. So noise will be there because our communication is wireless. So since when any error happens, so the error may actually corrupt our data. For example, if 10 is the data we sent, and in the receiving place if we found that the data is 11, that means 0 bit is transformed to 1. So there is a error. So in order to estimate the error, we will go for this kind of formula. Now we are having the QPSK transmitter. So QPSK transmitter is one version where we can say from the diagram, that is the input data we are giving here, that is the binary sequence data, and now here the data rate is given here. So the data stream will be divided into two sections. One will go for odd stream, one will go for the even stream, and where from this we will get MI of t and MQ of t, and here after summing up, and here the local oscillator is used to generate the carrier signal. The carrier signal will be phase shifted by 90 degree, and this is given to the quadrature component. So normally here now it will be in the BPSK only, but once after we sum up these two, here we will get the QPSK signal, that is the quadrature phase shift keying signal. Now what happens in the receiver is the same signal after being transmitted we will receive with the help of the antennas, and here we are using again the band pass filter. The band pass filter will filter out the unwanted components in the high frequency range, whereby again we are taking this to the two sections and summing them with the carrier recovery circuit. So here we will observe the carrier frequency and is providing a phase change of 90 degree for the quadrature component, and the in phase component will be directly given to the low pass filter. So here we found that both the signals are actually given to the low pass filter and taken out for the decision. The decision will be based on the symbol rate and also the what is actually the bit value. For that, to recover the particular symbol versions, we include a threshold value here, and based on that we will extract the output. So if the value is above the threshold, it will be taken as 1, otherwise the value will be taken as 0, and it will be multiplexed here, and it is actually given to the demodulator section. So thus we will receive the signal in this quadrature phase shift keying. So apart from this normal way of functioning, we can say that the spectral efficiency is more when comparable to BPSK, and earlier we found that twice as much data we can able to transmit in the same bandwidth. And in the offset QPSK, the main difference which we can able to say is here we can able to make out a term called that is when we normally observe the performance with the QPSK, we may see that there will be, when we change the phase from 0 0 to 1 1, at that time 0 crossings will be there, but with offset QPSK the 0 crossings will be prevented. So 0 crossings will cause envelope change, spreading, delay spread, it will cause some fading, so their side lobes will be there extended. So these things can be prevented with the concept called offset QPSK. So how we will provide this concept? So you can go through these all slides, just because we know that offset QPSK is called by the name staggered QPSK. So here the transitions of bits, transitions, everything will be based on the QPSK, but here the only change is half symbol period delay we are introducing. We are introducing a delay of half symbol period, or we can say that the phase shifts can occur in half a symbol period in offset QPSK. So thereby in this offset QPSK the bit transitions occur every TBS, and here we can able to limit the phase change up to maximum of 90 degree, so it won't go for 180 degree. So now this is a in phase component, this is quadrature phase component. So as I told, if you want to make a transition from 1 1 to 0 0, so at that time we found that the particular transition takes the 0 level crossing. So how we are preventing here with offset QPSK? So for this what we do, that is for 1, so 1 bit will be taken here, another 1 bit will be given here. So what is happening, this 1 bit normally starts its transition in the normal time, but when we observe this MQ of t, here we are introducing a time delay of TB. So half symbol period, half a symbol period we are providing a delay in this quadrature component. So when we compare this both during the transition time, there is no chance for occurring a 180 degree phase shift. So the transition will be limited with a plus or minus 90 degree. So everywhere we can see a slight delay will be here with the MQ of t. So at the same time this thing won't happen, transition. So this set of datas are delayed by a half symbol period. So with that way we can say that offset QPSK is having more advantage when comparable to normal QPSK. That's all in the class.